Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good vibes, good energy, good people. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Also, if you want to support my brand, it's inspiredbydreams.shop. That's the place to go to get your drip on. You know, dress outside of the box. Okay, let's just jump this whole thing off. It's Friday, I'm feeling good, and we got a lot to talk about. In between time, we got to get to a lot of main things that take us through this weekend. All right, let's get into it.
Yes, ma'am. I take full responsibility for, you know, my crimes, for my charges. I want to say sorry to my family, my mom. My mom got 11 kids. I can say all the names, you know, my managers, my kids that's not here. Really, everybody that got something to do with this situation, I want to say sorry for just like, you know, having so much time investing into this, you know. I am a smart guy. I am a good guy, and I really got a good heart. You know, I find myself in a lot of stuff because I was just
The people around them, the
not so
surroundings,
cool, you know. And I understand that
people you got around you,
you can't be
man.
that way when you reach a certain height because it could end bad, and it don't really have to have nothing to do with you, but it
Good
can end
morning,
bad.
good
It
morning.
could, you know, fall on you. And I know the choice is yours, is up to you. And I hope that you allow me to go home today and just trust in me to just do the right thing and never see you again unless it's at a bar in the future or something. Just
Okay, so what I was just watching, we was all listening to just now is, Young Thug, he's home. He's home today, and so I want to just give him, that freedom, that fresh air, that breath of fresh air again. That's what life is about. Anything else attached to that, it's not about that stuff. It's about him and his freedom. And I think that, people think that it's going to be easy, but it's not going to be easy, with 15 years. Then people want him back in there. So I feel like he's going to do good, though. I feel like I see a lot of things off the back that just came to my mind about things he can do outside of hip hop. But it's still including hip hop, but just to stay away from the crowd and get himself in trouble. So many things he can do, especially with his podcast, content creating. He can keep it and keep the focus on himself. I'm hearing that, he asked for like if Gunna could do music or if he can, be around Gunna. So I'm not sure if that went through, but basically what he's trying to put himself in a place, a better surrounding this time around. And I feel like Young Thug, he gets it. I feel like he gets it. He sees where this went for all these years so far. I think it's 2 years, he said. I think he gets it. So shouts out to Young Thug. You're free. Those mistakes are just a lesson. So yeah, man, good vibes to all y'all. It's Friday. Feeling kind of good today. We got a couple things to talk about and a couple things that I missed in the past live that I just wanted to bring to you today. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, it's all about the environment. It's all about the people around you. People you might have. Sometimes you can have people that want to push you around you, and you have some people that want to pull you down. You got to find yourself in a place where And I think this time he gets it. When with the whole Young Thug situation, so many people have passed and rivals, this and that. I feel like both sides, even they both, because he can't go around. I believe they said he can't go back to Atlanta either. So he's going to have to find himself a place outside of Atlanta. Maybe still in the South in Georgia, maybe somewhere else, maybe South Carolina, North Carolina, he find himself and just a new start, a refresh. And that's kind of like what most of us are doing today. We're refreshing our lives, refreshing our thinking. And he just has to do the same thing in a more controlled environment. I feel like he's going to be all right. I feel like Young Thug is going to be all right. On another note, let's just keep it in, since we're in the courts. Now I'm hearing that Diddy on his, just new updates on Diddy, one of his accusers, I believe, and I think it's only fair at this point because of the amount of people that's just coming in with their claims. I feel like they're saying that, they're requesting on Diddy's and that, the person, whoever is going to put a claim up against him, have to reveal their identity. And I think at this point, it's only fair because it's so many claims coming in, and it gets to the point where you gotta at least he has to look and identify them. You know, you can't just have people on the line just saying this and that without him trying to defend himself, and that's only right on a just on a fair, you know. So I think that that's something we're gonna be looking forward to when it comes down to people. Just are they gonna reveal their face and tell their stories, or do they just want to keep it behind, and for what reason? Another thing, since we're gonna keep it in the courts, what's going on? I just heard this. What's going on with Megan Thee Stallion? Now they're saying that she lied about sleeping with Tory Lanez and in the Gale interview, and that's something that us as the people, we kind of all knew that. We all was hinting to each other, knowing that she was sleeping with him. That's it's like, and not only how she doesn't even know how dangerous that is. That just brushing it off like, oh, that was a lie before. No, that's somebody's life in jeopardy. Those type of lies put people in jeopardy. You can't just go out there and just say, oh, oh, I lied about. No, that you taking that out of the case doesn't make the case the same case. You understand? In other words, so saying that, because we all felt like, and we stopped at a point because once I guess we was thinking that, and then when they started pointing the finger and saying Tory did do the shooting, people's mind got off of that and just went concentrated on that. But when we rewind back and think about it, that does play a different type of part in the case. I don't know what you guys think. It doesn't seem like, come on now. It's more, that's more like a feud. That's more like a everybody involved type of situation. It's crazy. And if that does change the dynamic, I'm believing Tory got what, 10 years? Was it 10? I think he got like 10 years or something like that. So that people are playing with time like this is not like a snap of a finger and you're out tomorrow. You Young Thug is so blessed to be home for the holidays. He could enjoy his Christmas, even if he might not be able to be around his family. Most likely he could be, and he can enjoy his holidays. That's more worth it than you having to be in the can for 10 years over some love feud, it looks like now, because of the lies that she just admitted to. And it's like it's a big mess. So that's why being around the right people, you won't get in these wrong situations, because now it changes the dynamic of that whole thing. I don't know what's going to happen with that or what's going on. I'm hearing some evidence been lost, this and that. It's just a lot of fishy stuff that I don't really get with that whole Tory Lanez and Megan thing. But all I do know, karma is real, and if what's been said is not true and things that happen is not true, man, when that karma come back around, man, that thing bite like a pit bull. So I wouldn't even play with that. But yeah, shouts out to Young Thug. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce her name right. Her name is it Kalenna Harper? And the way she defended Diddy, it made me think for a second. I thought about it and I said, you know what? I think this is bigger than we think, because she's defending Diddy in a way where it's kind of like telling Diddy, look, you see, you didn't even put that time and grace into me, and the people that you did put the time into, like the Cassie and them, they all turned against you. I think she's on that trip, and that maybe I could be reading it wrong, but her energy is kind of off, because just knowing that the way she described Cassie in such a goddess way, and then she pulls her back down to being like tied in with Diddy, it's kind of like she had like a little grudge. And this is just my take on it. I'm not saying it's true or not, but whatever was happening there that makes her defend Diddy now, it just goes to show that there are going to be people that kind of like close their eyes when the pretty girl get hurt, or close their eyes when the girl is not so famous get hurt. It's like, I don't know, that whole energy thing is off with me. I don't know why she did it like that. And just to say that, him calling her so many times, it wasn't out of, desperation, or he wasn't trying to cover up. And those are all signs of Diddy trying to cover up, and he's shown signs of him trying to cover things up. And she's more backing him. I think this is all a play on how she wants Diddy to view her, and she's not more thinking about how the world is looking at her, because maybe some people, it's like I said, you know, especially when you're coming up from struggle or you're coming from a environment where you might be the victim in that environment. You're not. It's not everybody that's the hero in the environment. And coming out that environment, you take that same pain with you. When you look back at the environment now, you might not have a good lens. You might not have a good outlook of how you feel about people in that area where you came from, giving you that. And I don't know what the situation is, but what I could say is being around that whole group of people, Bad Boy at that time, knowing what we know now, there was a lot of things going on that she might have took a blind eye to, I think. I'm just saying from my thoughts of it. And that's not saying that, you know, you got to remember at these points he was at his top of his peak. So people were scared to say things about him, and you know they didn't want to lose their jobs and things like that. You got to remember this is the same guy that in the interview I remember him once saying that how he hired people from Yale and all these colleges. And it's sad because those people, they took their degrees and they felt like they can go to his company and grow with it, and in turn you see, you can't, if you're coming with a degree and you're going into like a hip hop based area, you got to know that they don't really champion smart. I mean, there are a lot of smart people in it, but the culture of itself, you don't see them, you know, it's more champion street. It's not championing like the most intelligent thing. So the person coming in from college is going to get treated that way. You know, they're not going to really sit on what that person knew or taken from college to bring to they're going to give that person the rules and how they want it done. And that was just hip hop at the time. And a lot of those people, you know, they haven't been dealt the right hand, you know, the way he treated everybody around. It's not just artists, it's the, you know, his workers and things like that. Everybody has stories. It's crazy. I even seen John Legend, I believe is his manager. At one point she was working with Diddy and she was around there, and I don't believe she said that he did anything to her, but she did say something like, you know, the environment of itself, it wasn't pleasant, it wasn't good, you know. So it just goes to show everybody that was around, like even if they didn't want to be around it, they took whatever they saw and they just left, and you know, and they kept that memory. And over the years things like that build up and then it becomes your lifestyle. That's how it works. It's crazy. But yeah, that's nasty. And then what do we see? It's Little Reese. He's in prison for the same allegations. There's a lot of this going around, man. It's way beyond just the sex abuse. I think it's up to the point where it's the power. People, you know, people have been treated a certain way, and people have, you know, put their power down on people, telling them what they can and cannot do. So now when they get the little bit of power they can't really talk up to those people. So the people that they next to do it is their fans and the people that support them, and they turn around and use that power on people. You know, everything comes with responsibility, from the littlest things or the biggest things. Everything comes with a responsibility. Man. And you know what I think too, y'all? It's just not just gonna be Diddy. I feel like this is just, you know, my thinking of looking at all the crimes in hip hop and what's been going down. I really think the feds, they're gonna be starting investigating, or they probably been working on Yo Gotti, because with that Young Dolph situation, that thing is a whole mess where it's kind of like the same thing. They have murder for hires and all that type of thing, and it's been all, you know, posted on social media. It's been like all of these situations have been like a big circus. Like you hear what's going on in real time, and it's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. People are losing their lives to these situations that could have been solved. This is not what it's about. This is really not what it's about. Hip hop has become more political and more criminal than hip hop, and that's not putting it in a good place. I would say that's not where we want to be as people supporters. We're bigger than that. We done changed people's lives, gave people inspiration, and now we see the same people taken from the same people that supported them. What about 6ix9ine? I heard that he's in the same prison as Diddy. Like, what's really going on? This next fool, 6ix9ine, like he can't keep himself still. You would think that a person with all that opportunity, now that he has the eyes on him, He took his opportunity, go fly out in some place where he can do more drugs and they can fill his body up with that stuff and find himself back in the same place where he was running from with these people. You see what see his he got rid of the people around him, but he didn't get rid of the lifestyle and the way he was thinking, you know? And that's what put himself back with them people. It's the lifestyle. You got to cut that too. You got to cut everything, man. Picture you going up in prison with some rainbow hair in NYC. Come on, man. You're set. You're putting yourself to fail. You're just as bad as going in there, doing something to kids and getting arrested for it and going to prison. You know, people don't tolerate that. That's something that nobody's gonna tolerate that. Come on now. Could you imagine Young Thug, he is free and he gets to eat. The freedom alone, you think he's worrying about money and all of that stuff? No. He's more concentrated on his freedom. That's what's worth everything. And before Thanksgiving, before Christmas, really is the biggest holiday because a lot of people don't get that. You know, it could have been where he could have came home 2025 or, whenever, you know. So I hope he goes back to the thing he loves too. I hope that, he can really put it in music is what I would always say. Put it in music. If that's what you love doing, put it in music. Don't come out here like I told you guys. I have an episode I want you guys to really check out right now. And it's the hustle. It's about the hustle culture. And for those who doesn't know about the hustle culture, it's not saying that hustling is the worst thing, but it's just saying that, you see a lot of people not putting their heart into the things that they really love. And they just turn into this whole hustle superhero. It's like, I'm selling hats, I'm selling podcasts, I'm selling books, I'm selling pens, I'm selling everything I can get my hands on to these people so I can get me some money in my pocket. Don't know what to do with the money, but I just need money, 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 money. And nothing that you do has, any heart in it. And we see from time and time again, what has that got us? All the products in America, most of this stuff, it only lasts a few. And then we got to buy it again. They love when that happens because it more money. The same greed you think you're hurting your own people with is the same greed that when you hurt your own people and you go shopping with them, they doing the same thing to you. So if you don't wake up, the cycle is going to keep, in rotation. It's ridiculous, man. It's sad. It's sad. So many of those celebrities got stories, but they don't want to speak up. Here and there, you see them speaking up. I seen the Ray J and Nicki. Shouts out to Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj always keep it real. Authentic. Not disrespectful. Always keeping it to the point where if she's going to tell it like how she tell it. You got to respect that. I see people out here, she just wanted to know, Ray J, are you taking this and are you taking it and making a promo out of it? Are you promoing this because you're adding funny to real life situations? And I understood what she was saying. It's like, we don't know where you're taking this. We don't know, because from what we're hearing as the public, Diddy's list is long and the names are slowly popping out. I don't know. It's not, I felt her like what she was saying. Like she was trying to read him. I seen her sitting there trying to read him. Like, what is he doing? Like, where are we at here? Where are we taking this? So yeah, man, shouts out to Nicki for always keeping it 100. Cause a lot of people out here, they ain't real like she is. They ain't real. A lot of people that you think keeping it real, they ain't keeping it real. They keeping it quiet. That's what they keeping it. And it's sad. But yeah, it's Friday and we got to keep our energy up, man. Right now I'm a little tired a little bit, but I got a lot of videos to work out for you guys. I got a lot of editing to do. That's what it really is. So I'm bringing a lot of new stuff to you guys. Yeah, she's a stand-up too. She don't play that. If she see somebody and the little off, or they going this way and she like, wait, hold on, I thought you just said. Nicki don't play that, and I think that energy, people confuse that with like her being this and being that. It's not about that. It's about her. She knows how to protect her heart, protect everything about her. As she was coming up, she had to do it all the way up to now. You think she don't know how to protect herself? Well, come on now. She's not gonna go for that. A lot of people that claim to be friends with the man, is going to sit up here and profit off of my promo, people want to know what it is. Like, you know what I mean? So I dug her for that. Like, you can't just go out there and be fronting on and just making money, because it's not, the people that were closest to him, those are the people that a lot of people have questions. Because, I mean, did you see it? Did you know? Any, like, we all took a lesson. Everybody in the world took a lesson, though, when it comes down to like criminal things. We start to realize now that none of this stuff is really worth it. I know on social media that it looks like it might be like a thrill, but at the end of the day, we realize none of this is worth it. It's not worth working so hard and making so much money, and then somebody have to take it away for something you did that could have been avoided. Come on now. All of that time and energy Diddy took to go and do all that stuff, he could have paid a little bit of money, got some therapy, and then, conducted his, even if he wanted to do the sex parties, just do it in a different style where it's more inviting than invading. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Nasty work, man. Stuff that I can't stand behind. Stuff I really can't stand behind. On another note, shouts out to everybody that's been holding me down as far as my videos, my channel. I really appreciate y'all, because this has been a lot of things, as far as like YouTube making new updates and things like that. And I see more and more they're showing the smaller content creators some love. So I really appreciate you guys for, liking the videos up, sharing them. It makes it all worth it for me, So that's the reason why I wanted to bring y'all some good energy today, man. I wanted to bring y'all some good energy. When I seen Young Thug free, I said, okay, things are looking up, because it seemed like every other day is like another rapper or somebody dead or in prison, dead or in prison, dead or in prison. And sometimes when I look back, I feel bad for Lil Durk too, man, because Lil Durk, he was on his way working up, but you can't take that lifestyle with you. You can't be beefing and even though you going up, you can't be fighting on your way up. You know what I mean? You kind of gotta just like dodge on your way up instead of the fight. In other words, you can't do that. You just really can't do that. It's not worth it, man. I'm starting to realize, like, words are meaning more and more. Words that we say, the things that we are saying on social media are way more, have more meaning to it, and could cost you everything in these times, because social media is starting to, the credibility of it is starting to be used in different situations that's detrimental to people's lives. So what you say, how you present yourself, everything now, it has to be done with more like responsibility when you're up here or whatever you got to say. I'm gonna do a video for all, like, people, new content creators, if you want to become a content creator, and just give you like, some little tips that I took that, I didn't pay attention to what everybody else was doing, and just kind of started off in a different way. And I want to give you guys, whoever wants to, start a new channel, and if you want to, talk to the people, this is the best way, I feel like. So yeah, and I'm gonna help you out on the way too, especially if you subscribe to my channel, you want to start a channel, and you want to, I'm being in your lives too. So yeah, man, that's what it's all about in these times. As far as like, the elections and things like that, people, they have that back and forth energy, but like I told you guys, when the elections are over, it's like it's people are gonna come down on this like depression. It's crazy. It's so heavy, because you got to remember, it's still a win and it is still a loss. So that come down, it just the only thing that can lift their spirits back up, or lift everybody's spirits back up, is the holidays. And with all that's going on and new things to come and surprises that we don't need, things we don't know what's next to come. So we just got to take every step we take. We just got to, be cautious, and also keep our eye open for the unexpected, in other words. And yeah, man. When it comes to music, I'm gonna do another video. I got another video. I might drop it on the weekend where, just talking about the AI music, as far as like, and the substance in real music. Because the more we go and we keep up with this like drama-filled music, the AI music is going to be the only place you can find music that connects as far as love, and not just love. Like, I want y'all guys to check out this song with Jay-Z. It's an AI song with Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar, and it's called Savages. One of the deepest songs. And when I say deep, it just connects with the people, our times, the things that people are going through right now in the communities. what I really want is a Kendrick Lamar album right now, so it can take people through the holidays. In other words, I don't want like the braggadocious album coming out, Mr. Braggadocious MC coming out and for the whole holidays and ruin people's, Christmas. I want everybody to have that cheering and loving spirit for the holidays because the music is gonna be the theme to that. Unless people go back to their old school. Old school music is always the best themes for holidays. I wonder why. We got to start upgrading our words and the things that we put out there, man. And it's hard, especially when you're dealing with YouTube and stuff like that. You could put out more on YouTube. I put it as steps to this. The more I grow, that's the more I bring to the table. In other words, it's not giving bare minimum, but it's just giving enough, for my people. I try to hold things back for certain points, and so you guys can get to know me better. That's what I'm up to, man. Maybe I'm just yapping it up, but that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel this Friday, y'all. It had something else I wanted to. Oh, wait. Did you guys hold on? Did you guys hear about that story with the? I'm trying to look for it. It's that I believe it was 2 kids or 3 kids. The mother. Hold on. I think it's the mother. She went to Niagara Falls and she committed, with her kids. And I thought to myself that it was so sad. But I feel like Niagara Falls is a place where a lot of people commit you know what I'm talking about, over there. And they should have. I'm not. They probably do, but they should have like a better camera system over there and better support for people that's going over there just to visit, because there are situations where people go there and they take their life over there. And that's not the only place that happens. There's a couple places around the world where people go to do that stuff, and it's sad. But in my head, I'm like, why did she take her kids? I think it was 2 kids. I'm not sure. It was a boy and a girl, and she jumped off. It's just like people's mind crazy. And if you don't catch these people, that's why if they don't have people surrounding them, and maybe it was just her and her kids, and maybe she was just had it up. She had it up to here, and maybe she didn't have a husband or something around to help her out, and she was just stressed out. But there's no way to just take your kids and your life like that. There's other places and people you can connect with to get your life back in order. I mean, you're not the only one on this earth, and maybe 2 or 3 people might not help you see in front of you, but you never know how big this, the world is. You just got to connect with people. So when you need help, people will be there to help you. But she didn't look at life that way. Sometimes people's stress can be blinding to the things that they can get out of it from. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. But I don't know if y'all seen that story, man. I was looking for it. But it was crazy, man. I was just like, man. And there's places in the world. In New York, I believe there's a place in the Bronx that does the same thing, where like people go there and do the same thing. And that's another thing, man. We gotta put cameras in these places, and because when people do things like that, like I told you guys in my other live, I've witnessed it right in front of my face, me and my mother in the city, where somebody jumped off a building. And we realized later on in the day, because I was at that point, and later I would say like maybe 3 to 4 hours after that situation, I don't know why it didn't go around. I guess now I'm realizing local news, but I guess the reasons why in the city they don't report a lot of that stuff is because it kind of like downs the company. But I did hear that she had lost her job, or the person that dropped had lost her job, and you know how that goes before their pensions or whatever they had expected to have. But they don't report that type of stuff, even though it happens a lot more than we think. I think the reason why they don't report that type of stuff is because it looks bad on the company, honestly. And that's just my own take on it, because it happens so much where I see a lot of other crimes being reported, but they never really seem, to talk about that as much as the people that do that. But it happens. It does happen in New York. It's not like it's only in these other places. It happens everywhere, where people just lose it in their mind, and they might lose their job, and they run out there and they feel like that's it for them because the job was everything to them. But really, it's really not like that. And it's sad. Things change when you lose your job. You might have to move around or at worst, change states even, but it doesn't make it any better if you just take your life like that. So, I don't, for the people at that point, you just got to know some of these jobs, they didn't expect you to even, their representation of you excelling in their company is just making most for them and not really too much for yourself. So they didn't really most of these companies don't have any expectations for you. They have expectations for the company. And whatever you put into the company, it's not like you're going to be rewarded or it's going to be a sign up and said, this is what you did for this company, because they feel already established and they don't really highlight the work you do. But usually we're the ones that make these companies grow like that. Without us, the companies don't grow. They don't have the temperature of when we go back into the communities that's purchasing and buying all this stuff. People look at it the other way around. And it's just it's the outlook of how people look at, these companies. But if you really analyze it, it's a nasty cycle where, you work for people and you burn yourself out, and you got to find it when trust me, when you start doing your side, say your side job or whatever, you say you have a job on the side, when that start growing bigger than your corporate job or whatever job you're working, they start getting mad. Trust me, they feel a difference. It's like, when you don't need them or don't need them anymore, that's when things start switching up. They're ready to replace you. They're ready to bring somebody in. You got to sit down with them and teach them what you know so they can take the place where you're sitting at your desk. A lot of nonsense when you could just leave the entire environment, get yourself in a place where everything works for you, and then you take what you work for and help other people with it. That's a better mindset than and less stress than dealing with them people. Waiting on a pension all these years, and then when you get in almost up to it, they cut you out. For what? For what? I think this Friday I have a lot to do, but I need to get something to eat. I think for lunch I'm not doing no jerk chicken today. I think I'm gonna get some stewed chicken today, some rice and some oxtail gravy. Yeah, man. I need some good food today. And I need a good drink, maybe oh, my bro bought me a shake from Baskin Robbins. I'm gonna get one of those. Yeah, I love the jerk chicken too. Jerk chicken good too. It's certain people make it better than certain people, man. I'm very picky with the jerk chicken. You gotta put some oxtail gravy on the rice. Now you're talking. That's when you get the, yeah, you got me hungry already. I'm gonna get that for lunch. Got a nice little lunch special out here. Get a little lunch special. Yeah, man, I gotta get some food inside me. But I couldn't wait to, I was watching the Young Thug, and I said, man, all his whole case and everything he been through, he did a bit within himself, man. I hope and as harsh as this sounds, I hope Lil Durk, they find a way to really find out who's exactly did what, because most likely, knowing that yes, he is the organization boss, but being that he's not the actual person, I hope they can get the actual people that committed these actual crimes that they're talking about, because I didn't keep up with his whole back and forth beef. But whatever actual crimes, and get those people in, and as a learning lesson for him, he should know that you can't, when you're a star, when you're doing anything in entertainment, even if you have an LLC, you own a business, you can't attach yourself to anything to do with crime, because somebody can go out there and ruin your name. The person that they're gonna always go for is the person that has the most money, that could fund the establishment of whatever crimes are going around. And they look at that, they put you in a RICO, and then you find yourself in a place with a group of people, and you got an establishment. You probably the only one in there with a business, and now they're pulling your business down. You can't get anywhere, and now you find yourself in the same place where you didn't want to be. It's not even worth it. I'm telling you, the RICO really, what the RICO is saying, it's not really no colors to it. It's just saying that if you're making a certain amount of money from a business, if you're bringing in, let's just keep it all the way 100. If you're bringing in clean money and in funding crime or anything, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. That's when it gets into that mafia stuff. That's when those crimes start looking like that stuff. I don't know what else to say, man. It's sad. It's sad what's going on, and it's not just a target on hip hop. It's a target on entertainment, because it's a target on the people who have most control of our time, and that is entertainment. As much as we want to say it isn't, yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. Entertainment has grabbed a lot of my time, as well as you guys. As you know, it's a place. It's a thing at this point. Social media, it's way more than a thing right now, because everything that's been happening in the world today, as it's on social media. So you know it's a thing. So they're gonna look at who has the eyes of everybody. Oh, entertainment. Oh, hip hop, and that is where they're gonna zoom in on. And that's where you'll find most of, because the people that control people and tell people buy this, buy that, are the people that's gonna be held responsible for the people that go out there and do these things. Not the person, because it just like how you say, I can pay somebody, I have so much money, I can pay somebody to do this. Well, they want to know that. They want to know that, oh, you are using your money to pay somebody to do this. So it's not in their intentions to do this crime. They're doing it for the money that you're giving them. Oh, this is an establishment. And that's when things like RICO come in. People don't understand how real that is. But that's just how it goes, man. They have, trust me, when people think that they have one step ahead of these people, they two steps ahead of them, because the AI and it's been regulated already. The chat GPTs, everything has been regulated already by the government. It doesn't take that long to put regulations and rules on these things. And they had this stuff before we got to it. So we just got to sit back. They wanted us to take the AI and, do pictures, have 3 heads, but some of us went deeper than they thought we would. And that's when the regulations started popping up. And that's when you find things like, these situations, people getting caught on these crimes because the cameras are picking them up. They rewinding like this is the Matrix. So ain't no way in hell you can get away with this stuff. Hold on, let me see something. Nicki Minaj is funny. Ray J said asses are being taken. Ray J something else though. He funny, man. See, the reason why people are on eggshells with the celebrities about it, see, if Ray J had nothing to do with this and he ain't never been to these things and he ain't had none of this, well, he can do it, then it all looks different. But we don't know who has anything to do with it. That's why the jokes don't land, it don't land as like they should. Yeah, he was begging her. It was funny. It was funny. I said, "Oh my goodness." But Nicki big queen though. She big queen. She big queen though. She could put some hands together and change it up for Ray J if she wanted to. She's not she's not nothing light, nothing light. That's big queen. So she was just trying to figure him out. It's not, and he was just sitting there and he's doing, and she's like, "Are you drinking? Are you on drugs?" He said he doesn't do drugs, but he was drinking. It's like, okay, there we go. We're getting closer to the answer here. So you're saying that you're a little tipsy. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Nicki is funny. I swear she's the best. It'd be dope to get a Nicki Minaj drop a little surprise album for the holidays too. But yeah, y'all, I'm hungry, man. I need the lunch special. I need me some stewed chicken today. I'm gonna do the stewed chicken. I'm not gonna get the jerk today. I'm gonna do the stewed chicken. Feeling right with it. I'm gonna a little lighter on the gravy, but I'm gonna do the stewed chicken today. I love you guys. It's gonna be. You know what? I might sneak in on the weekend on the live on the weekend. But I have a lot of editing to do. I have a lot of videos to bring to you guys. All right, a lot of love to give. Give me a hug, y'all. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna check you guys. If not this weekend, Monday, I'll be back. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And y'all always make me feel good coming back on here and just bringing the new word to you guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Hold on. I got a Fenty in the building. Hold on. That's my family. Love, much love. Now I feel you want me to stay longer. I got my family in the building. Big up to all my Bajans, all my family. Love y'all. Love y'all so much. Holidays are coming. We don't always get to huddle up and come around each other, but the love is always felt. My family is the best. Love. Y'all already know. Fenty's for life. Y'all already know how it go. I'm gonna get something to eat today. Y'all, I'm gonna do the stewed chicken today. Y'all do the jerk chicken. Let me know how it went. All right. Love y'all and see y'all Monday, if not this weekend, but I have some more to drop off. And I got more and more coming for you guys. Some good word. And make sure y'all vote out there too. It means a lot because at the end of the day, we never know what's next to come. And we got to put our first and our best step forward, our best foot forward, So love y'all and